Right, today I'm going to show you how I make biltong. Biltong's a South African meaty snack. It's dried beef, salted beef with some spices. It's really nice. Lasts a long time. It can take a couple of days to make because you have to dry it and you have to marinate it. So depending on what equipment you've got, it can take anything up to about 4 to 5 days. So let's get into it and I'll show you how I make it. You might want to pause the video here and write this down. So we've got the wet ingredients, which is the red wine vinegar and the Worcester sauce. You've got the dry ingredients, which is salt, not table salt. We've got whole peppercorns here and whole coriander here. And we haven't got dried chili today, so I've got fresh chili. Right, let's get this chili chopped up. I'm wearing black gloves because yesterday I rubbed some chili in my eye and I kind of regret it. So yeah, I'm not part of the black glove police. So you can use dried chili flakes, which is what I normally do, but I didn't have any this time. But this will do just as well. Right, now dry roast the coriander seeds until they start smoking and your whole house will smell amazing. It's very important, this step. Right, now I'm going to put the coriander seeds into a little spice blender that I've got. Coffee grinder is the same thing. And then I'll chuck in the peppercorns as well. And just whiz them up. You want them fairly fine, but not like dust. You do want a bit of sort of texture to them. And I'll chuck the chilies in there as well at the same time. And you can see after blending, it's fairly coarse. You don't want it too powdery. You want a bit of sort of crunch to it. And the next step is to mix in the salt with the wet ingredients. And you want to try and dissolve the salt as best you can. Give it a good stir, try and get it all dissolved. Right, so I've given the meat a good wash down. This is a silver skin roasting joint. It's 1.6 kilos, so I've times all the ingredients by 1.6 to get the correct amounts. I've just given it a wash under the tap and then pat it dry in preparation to start removing some of the fat and the silver skin, because the silver skin's kind of chewy and stringy, so you don't really want that in it. Right, so just get in there with a good sharp knife. I'm using a fish fillet knife here. It's always good for this. Cut off as much of the silver skin as you can. You can leave some of the fat cap if you like, because it does taste nice, but it doesn't last as long, so you want to eat them bits first. But yeah, just clean it up as best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right, I've got that cleaned up as good as I want. So now I'm going to slice it into thumb thickness pieces. You can only get about 8 or 9 of these. Don't have to be super consistent, but it makes it easier when you're drying it because they all kind of dry at the same time. So just get that sliced all the way through. Right, next lay out your meat in a big tray or a bowl, somewhere that you can spoon on your wet ingredients with the salt mixed in with the oyster sauce and the vinegar. Try and cover the meat as best you can, rub it in with the back of the spoon, you don't want any bits uncovered. Then flip over the meat, do the same on the other side, continuing to use up all of your wet ingredients. Right, once you've done that, give it all a smush around and get it coated in the liquid. You don't want any bare bits of meat. Then we've done that, chuck your dry ingredients on. Don't put it all on at once, just cover one side, flip it over, do the other side, and you'll find that you've got plenty. But don't use it all, save a little bit to the very end of the process. So I'll put probably a handful of this just to one side. Right, I'm going to transfer mine to a glass oven dish which has got a lid, which I can keep in the fridge. You can put them into freezer bags also. You probably need 2 freezer bags, and then you can like massage the meat. And you want to turn the meat every day. I normally marinate for between 2 and 3 days. You could do it for 1 if you want. The flavour won't quite be as strong, but you can get away with about 3 days sat in the fridge. But you must rotate it just to keep the liquid sort of covering all different bits. Get it all in there and pat it down. You don't want any air between the meat, so try and pack it out as much as you can. Right, get that in the fridge. I'm putting mine in for 3 days, but like I said, you can do 1 or 2. Just don't forget to go and back and rotate it. Pop it open and flip it over again, squish it back in every day until your curing's finished. Or if you've got it in freezer bags, just give it a massage just to squeeze the juices around. There you go, there's your part 1 on how to make biltong, or how I make biltong. Tune in for part 2, and if you like this sort of stuff, you could subscribe and you could like and you could comment. Thanks.